apparently the world has not ended yet, which is just a relief for all of us. So here we are, just tickling bags, just cranking one directly into the brown eye. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Apparently, we are currently alive again, and that's always nice. What's the good word? Before anybody asks, because I don't care, I'm gonna cut it off at the pass. This is a Band-Aid. I know you probably can't even see that. I just juicy smoothie'd myself in the shower. I was like, oh, I gotta hop on. It's like it's getting too late. I gotta hop on. I was like, oh, let me shave real quick. Good idea. That was always great. It's always great to speed things that involve a straight razor. That's kind of fine. So I juicy smoothie. I called the police. When the cops got here, I had the razor up to my throat, and I was like, it was my neighbor. They yelled, this Biden country, bitch. And I was just like, whoa. And then they cut me right in the neck. So that was great. This Biden country. Yeah. So that seems legit, totally realistic, and everything's fine. The world is trash. Just want to say thanks for being here. Everything's on fire. Yo, I wonder if anybody noticed this, but I'm people on Facebook are like, I need my bag tickled. Yeah, you and me both, Jerry. You and me, literally both. We could all use a bag tickling. I'll never forget the time my mom asked me what bag meant. She's like, what do you mean, like a backpack? And I was just like, yes. And I was like, no, I mean ball sack. So just wanted to clear that up. So that's great. Hey, Mom, what's going on? She always watches my streams. Love that. It's really nice and fun, and I love that so much. So thankful for that. Anyways, somebody said, where's your Subway sandwich? Just, yeah, I put the rope at the front door when the cops came in. Anyhow, yo, excuse me. Let me crank your back for a second. Listen, I wonder if anybody noticed this, but I was notably absent from the Will Smith debate, the Will Smith and Chris Rock debate, because it's dumb and a complete distraction, and who cares? Also, I don't have enough. What the hell is it called? What's it called? Privilege. No, what is it now? I forget what it's called. I don't even remember. It doesn't even matter because I don't have it, so who cares? I don't have enough pixelation, coloration. What is it? I don't even know. Melanin. I'm lacking on the melanin. So I'm only going to say like 3 things about it, and then I'm going to move on because who gives a shit? First of all, it's a complete distraction. Who cares? I don't care. I didn't care. It's like, cool. Who watches the Oscars? Literally -3 people. There's like one of those people from like My 600-Pound Life watches the Oscars. Like, no offense to them. I'm just saying it's like that's like the general demographic I assume watches the Oscars. And it's like, sick. It's Denzel for the 80th time. It's like, I love Denzel, but I don't need to watch like a bunch of people gathering in a room to eat like delightful eats in some theater in Los Angeles so they can celebrate who acted like who pretended to be a person that's cool. You know, it's like, here's your trophy to celebrate you faking to be another person. I mean, they do a lot of work. Actors, actresses, great. I love it. I love entertainment. I love a good movie. Crank my bag, but like the whole charade, it's just stupid. Oh, look, what's he going to say? Who cares? Literally, who cares? They're like, Lizzo slays. I don't even know if Lizzo was there, but if she was there, they'd be like, Lizzo's looking slim and trim in this Salvatore Ferragamo. Like, I don't even, who cares? Like, who's also watching like the entry? Like, I get it. The fashion, hold on, dog wants to go out, of course. Perfect. Thanks. Want to head outside already? Thanks for coming in. Good to see you. Have a good one. All right, we'll see you in a little bit. I'm sure he'll try to come back in 5 seconds. So yeah, couple of simple things. Number one, can a person approach the stage when a comedian tells a joke? Absolutely not. Should the guy have been taken out of the room, perhaps arrested, or at the very least taken out of the building? Absolutely, 100%, no question about it. It's a simple answer. People are like all debating it and like leaning into them and whatever, and that's fine. It's hilarious. It's always interesting to see a meme get made like in real time or whatever. So that's cool. People are like, it's fake. Is it fake? I don't know. It looked fake. Who even cares? It doesn't even matter. Debating whether or not it's fake is completely beside the point. Totally falls right into the trap. So I'm not even going to debate whether or not it's fake. He's an actor. It's a bunch of actors. Yeah, but whatever. I mean, he looked pretty mad. I personally don't think it was fake. Maybe it was. Doesn't matter. Don't care. Don't care to debate it. Don't at me. Don't slid in the DMs. Word. They're like, no, it was Schwab. It was Klaus. Klaus told Will to do it so that Chris could sell tickets to his show. Yeah, maybe, I guess. But here's the thing to remember. When people get attention, more people buy their stuff. More people bought, what the hell's his face? More people buy, let me just remind, the Cash Me Outside girl, Cash Me Outside, how about, that girl's a multi-millionaire. This girl's a multi-millionaire, like gold record having, like rapper. So anybody like thinks they did it for like Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith are worth like $400 million. You think they really needed to do that to like sell more? The guy's like a literal movie. He's like one that like Chris Rock has been lighthearily at the top of the comedy game for 30 years. Guy's got probably got $250 million. Yeah, he did it to like increase the ticket sales of his tickets. That's stupid. It's not even like they make the money on the ticket sales anyways. A comedian gets booked, they get probably a flat fee, a lump sum, and then the venue makes the money. So it's just a stupid premise, so who cares? I'm not going to debate it because it's dumb. Lizzo slays. Lizzo slays in Polka Dot Moo Moo. Is she vegan? Is she really vegan? Who cares? Anyways. So yeah, back to the anyways, whatever we were talking. Who is the Catch Me Outside girl? Oh my God. I don't know. Maybe just Gagal, Cash Me Outside. How about that? You'll see. You'll see her. She has a rap song. She has many rap songs. In fact, she has a whole album. This girl's she lives in South Florida. She has like a Rolls Royce. She started an OnlyFans. She made like $1 million, I think, the first day in her OnlyFans. And it's like, cool, I guess. Like somebody send me an email in 20 years and let's see if this girl is not like under a bridge. But whatever. I hope only the best for her. Or whatever, not the best. Whatever, I don't even care. Anyhow, so can Will Smith approach the stage and slap a comedian for making a joke? Absolutely not. Was it a bad joke? I don't know. A joke's a fucking joke. Anybody ever watch the Comedy Central roast? People are talking about Pete Davidson's dead father. They're like, they're talking about his dead father like burning in like on that day in New York. Whatever. I don't even want to say it because I'll get flagged or whatever. Everything's stupid. And he laughed it off. Yeah. So no, you can't do that. Obviously, it's stupid. On the other hand, I do like Will Smith. I think Will Smith is an inspirational character who has an incredible body of work. The guy's amazing. Honestly, it's like it's sad. Obviously, Will is hurting inside. It's like for obvious reasons. I'm not going to lean into him, but like I love Will Smith. I think he's great. I think he's an incredible actor. I think that movie was phenomenal. Should he have done it? Absolutely not. Can you approach a comedian and slap on stage? Absolutely not. Cool, great, grand, wonderful. They should have taken him out. Should they take his Oscar away? No, he still won the Oscar. All right, cool. I'm never going to talk about it again. Great. Glad we got through that. Now a quick note. Somebody slid into my DMs like 30 minutes ago, and they were or like earlier today because I was posting videos or reels or whatever earlier today as I was driving to the gym and back home from the gym. So it's hot in Florida, just in case anybody wanted to know. It's kind of hot. So whenever you go to the gym, you sweat a little bit. What am I going to wear? I'm going to wear a turtleneck. And this guy, this human person, allegedly, whatever, probably poutine. It's probably some poutine, some Ruski bot. I love how everyone's just like, it's a bot. It's like, no, it's just a very sad human individual man, but whatever. And he's like, how am I supposed to take you seriously when you don't dress properly? It's like, oh, I guess I have to put on a suit and tie every time I want to make a reel. Like, I don't know, dude. I'm in my car yelling things, making stupid faces. Like, like I had an acai bowl. I was like on the way home from the gym. I'm like drenched in sweat, and I was about to go to my kickball game where people, where most people are not even there to play kickball. They just drink freaking White Claws. He's like, dress properly. He's like, how am I supposed to share your content if you do not dress properly? And I was like, I don't know, dude. Don't share it. I don't know. Who cares? Like, what? So naturally, I just ordered a bunch of suits and ties. So this is the last time you'll see me in casual wear, apparently. So everything's trash. The world is dumb. Yeah. Yo, here's something I want to just crank your bag. I'm planning on making a video about this, and I've planned to make a video about it, but it's just like at the forefront of my mind. But like, why does Al Sharpton just like look like that look like that creature in Men in Black, like the cockroach looking character, like the grasshopper. Like, why does Al Sharpton look like the grasshopper person in Men in Black? I don't know, whatever. No, but just in case anybody wants a good laugh, I would highly suggest that you go over to Al Sharpton's Instagram page. So if you're just like feeling down, you had a bad day, and you just want to watch just like a very old person desperately make really creepazoid weird videos to a absolute massive quantity of totally fake followers, Al Sharpton's Instagram, literal Sharpton. Like, I just have one message to Al. I just want to remind him something. We know your followers are fake, Al. Stop doing that. Yo, Al Sharpton, if you watch, seriously, if you guys need a good joke, go to Al Sharpton's Instagram page and look at all the videos. In light hairily, almost every single video, he starts the clip drinking like a fruit power drink, like a smoothie in a jar or something. And like every single video, everyone starts like this. He's like, and he's like, oh, it's like the beginning of like those old sitcoms like Friends, where they're like, oh, like you caught me off guard. I was just playing in the fountain, you know? At the beginning of even though he's holding the phone, he's like caught off guard. He's like, oops, like drinking his smoothie. It's like watching Al Sharpton's Instagram page is like watching your friend's dad's Instagram page, you know, except worse. Except they're on TV looking like the dehydrated grasshopper alien from Men in Black, and then also being like, white people, white people, white people. It's like, yo, Al, are you good, Al? Like, I don't know, Al. Maybe retire. I don't know. Maybe literally do anything but that. Like, Al, who? Here's what I always wonder could you imagine how bad your friend group would be if you're just doing Al Sharpton style videos like in your late 60s, and not a single one of your friends is like, hey, Al, just in case you are curious, everybody knows that you didn't like get caught up accidentally drinking a fruit smoothie drink, you know? He's like, look, I'm healthy. It's like, Al, no, Al. Literally no, Al. I'm just saying, no. Whatever. You'll see. Just go to Al Sharpton's Instagram page. I guarantee you're gonna get a good laugh out of it. I certainly did. I don't know how I ended up on his page the other day, and I immediately sent myself an email. I was like, make fun of Al Sharpton's Instagram because he has so many fake followers. So many. Oh, I didn't even turn it on. His followers are super fake. Al. Yo, imagine being a person that is pretty much famous the world over, who has just done all types of just terrible things, like Al Sharpton, for example, who has like a primetime television show and is 137 years old and like somebody played you in that movie Men in Black, which must be inspiring. And you're just like, yeah, let's buy 2 million fake followers. It's like, Al, damn it, I just did it again. Al, you have no engagement. You know what I mean? I don't know. So I'm going to talk about it in a video, or I've been planning to make this video. And I've been planning to make this video about Sharpton. And there's this website called Social Blade. So you can go on Social Blade and you can see how many people have joined that person's page recently. And and I would wager if you followed along on Social Blade, it's like loses 200, loses 200, loses 200, loses 200, buys 10,000, like all in a row, and it's so fake. And I would highly encourage you to go to Social Blade and look up take naps, because my shit is 100% real. And I'm just saying, it's like I have 1/20th of the amount of followers that Al Sharpton has, a 50th or whatever. I don't have a primetime television show. I literally yell into a microphone that I forget to turn on twice already in this stream. And I have more engagement. Everybody has more engagement. You have more engagement. And Sharpton's just out here sipping like a green juice and being like, like trying to give these lessons. It's like, no, Al, just go on the television show and spew your garbage and just do anything else, Be old somewhere. I don't know. It's just weird. I just feel like it's the weirdest thing. I don't know. You guys will get a laugh from it. It's like, all right, Al. Like literally no, Al, but whatever. Somebody said they're watching. I assume he's sponsored by that drink company. If he's sponsored by the drink company that he's doing, that's a shit marketing campaign. They're like, let's get this Men in Black character. Let's get this dehydrated cockroach man who's like has a lifetime of doing absolutely outrageous things and just lying and being a total grifter. Let's have him sponsor our green juice. It's like pick a young person. You know what I mean? I don't know. Whatever. But whatever. Maybe that's the demographic. It's like they're like maybe it's the insurer of drinks. I have no idea. But Al Sharpton is really funny. He's like Geraldo, like Geraldo Rivera, like taking shirtless selfies and just looking like a cockroach person. It's like, no, Geraldo. When will these boomers retire or get out of the? I mean, it's sad. They're like on TikTok. And I know people be like, you're too old for TikTok. It's like, yeah, I guess, but I'm not on TikTok to be on TikTok. I'm there by force. I don't like it either. Don't get me wrong. But like literally, this is what I also don't understand. Doesn't Al Sharpton have any friends? Like, aren't his friends just like, no, Al, chill with the green juice. We get it. Like you're drinking. He's like always smacking his lips like in that way that you hate, that a person doesn't like. Imagine if on every single video that I did, which is like his are like 4-minute live streams to like -4 people, and he's like, I gotta get off here. Imagine if on every stream it started with me like this. I'm going down to the no, Al. No one likes that. I'm just saying. Sorry, I gotta calm down. I don't want to sweat on here. So, anyways, somebody's like, there's other people on Facebook that are going on their Instagram and they're watching it and they're like, yeah, that starts every video with the same drink. It's just like, yeah, dude, I got lost in the Al Sharpton Instagram rabbit hole, and I don't think I'll ever be able to turn back. So that was miserable. But yeah, everything is really terrible. In other news, I wanted to just kind of remind everybody that the reason everything's dumb, at least the vast majority of the reasons that everything is dumb, is not because of these psychos, even though obviously they're the ones that are perpetrating it. People like everybody's going to his page. They're like, he's wearing Nike sweatbands. It's like, I know. It's like, if you went to the gym and you didn't document it, you went to the gym. If you go to the gym and you do document it, I don't believe you're doing anything there. Like literally, no, Al. Put down the phone, Al, and do a curl, Al. I don't know. I'm just saying it's not fun. No one's liking it. It's not enjoyable to anyone. Anyways, as I was saying, the reason everything is stupid is because most people don't pay attention, and I find it incredibly sad that is still the problem, and quite possibly the thing that is actually plaguing the world and making it so horrible is that these people are just blatantly lying straight to everybody's face, and people are like, yeah, it's totally fine. They don't even want to look it up. And I hate to say it, but as good as our favorite news outlets are, even they don't do a great job at figuring out how to just only push out the truth only. I got really upset during all this poutine nonsense that outlets like Breitbart, outlets like outlets like the New York Post, which are commonly known for actually delivering the truth and being right about stuff so often. And even they fell right into the trap and posted a lot of the fake shit. And I just wanted to send everybody just a quick reminder that the reason that everything is stupid is because everyone, including you and me, the vast majority of people in the world, outsource their discernment and outsource their research and truth seeking to these trusted outlets. And even though we maybe have found our outlets that we believe are generally right the majority of the time, we can't take those at face value either. Just because Jones says it, or Gateway Pundit says it, or Breitbart says it, or New York Post says it, or Daily Mail says it, or any of the other things. Any person that will read a headline, screenshot it, and share it without reading the article or verifying that it's true by checking through a variety of sources, you're not helping, and you're just as bad as them pretty much. Not completely, but you're not helping, and it's very unfortunate and frustrating. So I really wish people would stop doing that. Like, I heard about this billionaires tax, and I looked into it, and I remember, and I listened to a couple podcasts about it, and then I heard how it was only for people that had a net worth of $100 million. And I'm like, this is insane. So it's like, I didn't comment on it, even though I knew that it was bad, even though that I knew that it was unconstitutional, even though I knew that it was sensational, even though it was the hot story of the day. All these things I knew, but I chose not to share them because I didn't have the chance or the time to invest into figuring it out. But people are just like, it's like, bro, I just don't understand how people do that. And that's on both sides. That's the right and the left. And it's just sad how that is the thing that continues to happen over and over again and again. And it's the reason why everything is so stupid, because everybody keeps falling for it. So it's like, do more research. It's like, I don't even understand that logic and how so many people struggle with that. It's like, if you don't look into it, that's why everything's dumb. But whatever. I didn't have too many news stories that I particularly wanted to cover. I just know that it had been a while since I came on here. So I wanted to come on and jam with you chooches and maybe answer some questions, or just yell into my phone as I've been known to do. So I'm just going to read the comments. I haven't been paying attention because it gets me off track if I don't read the comments. So I'm going to read some of the comments and say what's up. Somebody says, what about Joey Basement's lynching law banning murder that was already illegal? Yeah, another perfect example of just a complete virtue signaling. This guy is not existing on the planet. This guy is a literal melted, dehydrated, like sad existence of a human person. And people are like, good job, Joe. Get him, Joe. Put on your aviator. You know what's so sickening is Joe has been literally saying gaffes on the microphone, and then 10 seconds later, people are like, what about what you just said? And he's like, I didn't say that. Come on, Jack. Don't look down your nose at me. Scranton, Delaware. Brr. It's like, he's like, my son, Bo. He's like, Hunter is the smartest crack-addicted person I've ever met. He is the best crack. He is the smartest, toothless crackhead I've ever met. But people are like, go get him, Joe. What a stupid world we're in. Everything is so dumb. It's embarrassing. Somebody said, make a shirt that says mind your business, Joey. It's not even good enough. I appreciate the suggestion, but he's just absolute trash. Will on Facebook says, come to Fort Walton with me and my groomsmen for my bachelor weekend in October. Yo, you buy me a plane ticket, bro? I'm down. I'll go. Yeah, Will, send me an email, woke@bobbysauce.com. I'll come to your bachelor party. Why not? We'll yell at the moon. Thank you, Belinda. Belinda on YouTube says, I love the way you put things. Yeah, just word vomble them out. Somebody said, did you get your dog? No, he's outside. Probably ruining the grass, as he's been known to do. Somebody said Ozzy could make more coherent sentences. Yeah, I've heard that joke a couple times in the last few months. It's like, this dude, and like, what What I really wonder is, do people actually think this dude is actually running the country? Like, who's writing his note cards? They're like tough poutine questions. They're like, they're like President Deep Throat. President Harris is doing a great job. Jen Psaki has the clap for the 8th time. Also, is anybody else sick of people that came from foreign countries coming to the United States, getting cushy multi-millionaire television and TV announcer, TV pundit jobs, and then telling us how shitty America is? Leave John Oliver, leave Trevor. These guys suck. I'm so sick of listening. I'm so listening to people that came to this country, the most prosperous nation on earth, just rag on how shitty America is. That's for us. That's for us Americans. That's for us to do. Whatever. They're like, listen to this Donnie baseball apologist. People can't. I put on Joy Reid last night just because I wanted to. I was considering cutting myself, and I was like, no, this will be better. No, I'm just kidding. Was that a fucked up joke? I don't even know. I feel bad for people that do that. I'm sorry. Whatever. Bad joke. Oh, so Will just like comes into my front door and slaps me. Anyways, I do feel bad that Joy Reid is such a dumpster, but I do think it's hilarious. I do think it's actually hilarious that she has that guy from the Nutty Professor on there, the guy with the afro. A couple of months ago or a month ago, he was just like, the Constitution's kind of trash. It's trash. And it's like, whom is this guy? He's got the funniest, just everything. Just his whole everything is hilarious. And you got like Joy Reid, and then you got some other demon serpent, Peter Strzok, and then you got this guy, and it's like they're just showing his facial reactions, and he can't wait to talk. He's like, oh, the Constitution's trash. Like, whom are you? Whom hurt you? And like, I can't even make any jokes. I feel it's like every joke could be misconstrued as like being offensive. What is it, because of your privilege? It's like, fuck. Like, what words am I even allowed to say? Nothing. I would like make a joke. I would like say that I took Propecia. What's Propecia for? Hair loss? I'm like, I just took some Propecia. And somebody would be in the comments like, did you say alopecia? Report hate speech. Everything is so stupid. I do wish that more people just were better at like things. And I'm not perfect, don't get me wrong, but it really would be real great if more people were just like better at stuff. Because even some of the smartest people that I know, people that are really smart, that spend a lot of time just being great people that I love, friends, old friends, it's like they'll repost like the Disney virtue signaling tile about the Don't Say Clams bill, and they're like, I don't want someone to say, I don't want when my daughter or son or my hippopotamus child comes and says, it's like, did you read it? Did you read what it said? Did you look into what it actually said? Did you read what it said? It's not even long. It's not even long. And they're just like, this is disgusting. Which reminds me of the abominable snowman, Ron Perlman. Like, literally, Ron, what? Like, somebody tell me why Ron Perlman puts the camera 1 inch from his face. It's like, Ron, your lower teeth look like a gravel driveway, Ron. You're unhinged. You look like a psycho person. Pull the camera back. You think that a human person that's been on camera the vast majority of their adult life, like a professional movie star, would know that this is the wrong camera angle? He's like, hey, it's like whose dad is that? You know what I mean? Have you ever looked up a Facebook profile photo of like your friend's dad? Like their only friend is like the kid and the wife and maybe like the guy they like play golf with or something. And then there's just this picture of him like this. It's like, didn't you see the picture? It's like, it's not like phones don't have the capacity to take multiple photos, you know? It's not like you, and not only that, the front like you mean to tell me that boomers are out here using the back camera? Like they're just out here back cameraing it and they're just like, yeah, I hope this one looks good. Like we're at the middle school dance and there's those disposables and you don't see how shitty they are till like Monday, till Jenny's mom brings them in. And there's like invariably always like a picture of some kid like right up in the camera. Like Jesse's hilarious. He always does that. It's like bring me back to 2001, but because those were good times. But I don't understand. They got the front camera on their face. They can see themselves, and they're just like shooting this like creepy up chin boomer video of them just being like an unhinged psychopath. It's just like, does this like? Here's what I want to know. Yo, Perlman, do you have kids? Do you have a human? Do you have a family? Do you have friends? Like who in Perlman's family? Who doesn't Perlman have any friends that are like, Perlman, you're looking like a psycho person? It's like, what is wrong? What is wrong with this dude? These are our intellectual betters, Ron Perlman. Hey, DeSantis, it's me, Ron. Oh, how did I figure that out? How did we figure out that it's me, Ron? Is it because you're a literal famous movie star? Is it because you have 500,000 followers on Instagram? Or is it because I'm already on your fucking page? I'm already on your literal page. It's like literally, it's like blue check mark, Ron Perlman. He's like, hey guys, it's me, Ron. Yeah, we know. It's like, who doesn't know? You know what I mean? Who's on Ron Perlman's Instagram just like, who the heck is this? You know what? He is right. Ron DeSantis is a beep, 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 beep. I can't even say it. It's like, Ron, put down the Vicodin, you know? Like, lay off. I'm just saying. Imagine being Ron Perlman and just like starring in all these movies, just sitting in your $15 million house in the Hollywood Hills and just being like, fuck you. It's like, what the hell's wrong with you? Go eat caviar or something, you psycho. Like, what is wrong with you, dude? Be like, do anything. I don't know. I just don't get it. Plenty of us have stuff to be angry about, and we don't do that, you know? It's like, I don't have an IMDb list 100 things long and a fucking publicist and a contract and an acting role and a job and thousands of connections in Hollywood and a career I've been working on my entire life. And I wouldn't be like, fuck you, DeSantis. It's like, I think Joey Basement is an absolute dumpster merchant. I think Hunter is a literal Parmesan, is like a Parmesan grifting garbage monster that sprays paint through a straw. I think they both and all the rest of them sold out the country that I love more than any, like, that I love most in the world. I think that they are the most corrupt politico psychopaths to ever exist in the history of time. But even I am intelligent enough to know that saying, fuck you, Joe, into my phone from an up-chin scrizzly, like I just ate a mouthful of gravel from my driveway, like unkempt scrumbly looking meth mouth. Yeah, somebody on Facebook said meth mouth. It's like, who is that affecting? Who is that influencing? Who's just sitting there and they're like, oh yes, Ron, slay king, slay, call him names. What the hell is wrong with you? At least people like me are coming up with creativity. I say Joey's got a full diaper, it depends, and then I say the thing he did wrong. I'm not just like, fuck off, Joe. Like, what kind of lowbrow trash is that? But no, they won't get banned. They're not going to get censored. They'll get 50,000 views. They'll get 50,000 views on their video. Get off Instagram, Ron. You're a garbage merchant. Like, what is wrong with you? Do old people stuff, you know? I don't know. He's like, like, imagine just waking up with $100 million and being like, I'm gonna angrily up chin into my phone right now and just yell. He's like, don't say, that's disgusting. It's like, is this what it is? I love when people mention John Kerry. John Kerry says, good job, Ron. hell did that mean? Good job, Perlman. Don't forget to remind them that the sea level is rising. Get Invisalign, Ron. Whatever. I don't want to make fun of his appearance. It's too easy. Also, I feel like that's kind of like the lowest common denominator of comedy. But I'm just saying, if you act like an unhinged psychopath, like I'm going to toss one in there. It's like you're the abominable snowman, except more abominable. It's so funny. I looked up what abominable meant before I posted that. And it was just like it was like scrumbly bumbly snowman. Number 2, creepazoid creepo boomer. Angry leftist boomer. Angry leftist Hollywood funded boomer. If Ron Perlman can make it in the movie business, anybody can. But whatever. Sorry, Ron. I wouldn't have leaned into it if you weren't such a psycho person. I saw somebody in the feed before. They were like, "Are you trying to be funny?" No, I'm not. I love when people yell. I love when people yell in all caps things that are unrelated to the conversation. They're just like, "Big Mike." I love that. It just says Big Mike. Yeah, I mean, I'm down with that. Literal Big Mike. Somebody said Ron Perlman looks like an Easter. Yo, all right. Comment of the day. Will on Facebook just said Ron Perlman looks like an Easter Island head that only eats sugar rock candy without letting it dissolve. Bada bing! Oh, yo, that's pretty funny. Will, that was funny. Oh my God, Will, send me an email, woke@bobbysauce.com. I would love to give you a discount coupon to the Bobby Sauce store with a comment like that. Anyhow, before I forget, if you are in the feed on Instagram and you do not already follow me, hit this arrow and give your boy a follow. Give your they a follow. Give these folks a follow. If you don't follow me, hit this stupid carrot arrow, whatever, and follow me. Pour one out for Harambe. Only true heads know. If you like Harambe and you believe he was our actual king, and the world started going downhill post Harambe, hit the carrot. Give me a follow. I stand with Zelensky. Also, thank you to everybody that have been buying the badges. I forgot to say that. Thank you guys for the badges. Thank you, Patriotic, Kukla 5, Sean 87, Callahan, Jen Lisa 80, Chooks Official, Eliza Lease, Lana Liberty, and Carlos NYC Bus, the OG badge people. Thank you guys for consistently doing that. I really appreciate it so much. Somebody said on Facebook, Steven Crowder said he looked like a white ape from the Congo. That is also funny and accurate. Somebody on Facebook said, what carrot are you talking about? So on Instagram. It's on Instagram. There it is. So if you don't follow me, give me a follow. I was pleasantly surprised to see how many people bought my biologist says I'm a woman t-shirts in the store. Hilarious. I love that. It tickles my bag and definitely cranks it when I see people buy hilarious stuff like that. You should make the next OPG ambassador Zoom. What the hell is that? We talked about you a little bit. Why? What did you talk about me? And you talking about official Patriot gear. What is the? Somebody said, who is King Hammurabi? I'm talking about Harambe. Our pour one out. Our king. Yo, if you don't know about Harambe, thank you, Cherie, for the Venmo. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Who is King Hammurabi? Are you actually asking about Hammurabi, the actual literal king, or are you talking about Harambe, our actual king? Yeah, people have been buying the women's tank. I appreciate that. See, yo, the comments always get so lit late at night. Wow, guy, you live under. You know what I found. I know a lot of people that watch these streams, especially on Instagram. We got a little community going in here. Everybody's in here tickling each other's bag. Some people become friends. They go to each other's house. They hug, whatever. They buy merch. They yell at each other. I think it's hilarious. I think it's cool how people become friends and such. But I don't know if anybody's been noticing, but in the last couple streams, I've noticed people just like battling with each other on Instagram, and I don't understand what it is. It's like I thought we had a nice little community there. D, just send me a D. Actually, so D said, "Are there any discounts?" There's free shipping over $50. Free shipping on any order over $50 is the thing that's running right now, and that's good till tomorrow. Yo, I wonder what Vice President Deep Throat is up to lately. Is she in Poland right now? Is she is she ingesting any Poland? Anyways, Jared on Facebook said, "Are you live?" Yeah, I'm live right now, Jared. I see you, dog. Somebody said, "Do you blaze, my guy?" No, I've actually talked about that extensively. I used to smoke a ton of weed. I smoked weed for many years, 15 years, and I thought that I would smoke weed till like the day I die. I was all about it. I like weed. I think it's great. I love how it smells. I think it's fun. I think generally speaking, it was a positive impression in my life for the most part. However, I did stop smoking in July of 2020, and 45 days later, this account blew up. And I've never smoked since then. Not even a hit, nothing. And I generally do believe, and I've talked about this a number of times. I actually just did a really cool podcast with my buddy Byron Rogers a couple days ago. That's actually quite fire. That's going to drop in a few days. But one of the things we talked about productive mental time. And I was talking about how thoughts kind of create our reality in so many ways, and the way that we think and what we choose to think about is productive time. And if you spend time high, it basically allows you to detach from otherwise productive thinking. So all the times that I spent high, which was 2 hours or 3 hours a day plus the amount of time that it was to smoke, you're talking 4 hours a day. 4 hours a day by 7 days a week, that's 28 hours a week. Even if I made $20 an hour, you're talking $28. You're talking 28 hours by 20. That's $560 of lost money, otherwise productive mental time a week. $560 a week. You multiply that by 52 weeks, you're talking $29,000 of productivity that was wasted by me smoking weed all the time. $29,000. That's real shit. So I just think anybody that's on the fence about weed or like thinks that maybe they shouldn't smoke or whatever, I would highly encourage you to give it a try for a while. I never would have thought that I would stop smoking weed, and it has been one of the better decisions that I've made in my life. Not to mention the fact that it's generally healthier. Aside from the mental production energy, it's just a generally healthier move. And it's like if we're not making improvements, it's like you got to kind of figure out how to. You got to figure out, you got to pick and choose what works for you. Somebody said, "You're overthinking it, bro. You kind of do that often. I make money high." Yeah, I mean, your is spelled YOU''RE. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I mean, I made money high too for 13 years. I'm not trying to convince you not to do it. I'm just saying it's legit. It's something that I never would have thought. I'm not like coming at you personally. It's like, I smoke. It's like, I'm high now, making cash. Yeah, I'm not saying you can't make cash. I'm just saying it improved my life tremendously. And I would have said the same thing that you just said, I don't know, 2 years ago. But now I sell my biologist says I'm a woman t-shirt. So look at me. Do you have suggestions on young patriots getting involved in political activism? Make videos. That's the suggestion. Make videos. Yeah, go to events. Go to Turning Point. Go to the Turning Point events. Go to CPAC. Just go to events. Be visible. Meet people. There's a variety of different people that I've met at random events that I see again and then I see again. And I remember their face. I remember their hustle. I start to follow them on Instagram, and then now they're in my ecosystem. And I'm just one guy, but there's people that have bigger accounts than me. So just be visible. That's my advice, is be visible. You want to get involved? Show up. Go places. Be there. Be present. And just talk to as many people as you can. but and try to talk to the right people and try to have productive conversations. Meeting people isn't the name of the game. It's not about meeting people. It's about being seen. It's about people knowing who you are. It's about producing value that is worth other people wanting to know who you are. You don't want to just like walk in there and be like, let me just shake every hand. You want to do something productive so that they want to talk to you. My favorite thing about going to the Turning Point events is that people already know who I am and already know my mindset, how I look at things, what I'm putting out there. They often thank me for it or are like happy to see me, and it's a really great feeling. And I think that everybody could have that feeling. And I got that when I had 10,000 followers. I had the person at a local restaurant here in Fort Lauderdale text me when I had like 7,000 followers. I'm like, were you just at this place? I saw you there. I'm like, yeah. Somebody said networking is intimidating. Well, I mean, is it? I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's difficult for some people, but like 90% of the battle is just showing up, honestly. Like literally just being there. People want to talk to you, you know? I think a lot of people are afraid of the cold open. And I think that I understand that too. But when you're in an environment when everybody is based and everybody generally sees the world from the same perspective, and you're with people that want to meet people there, it's like if you can't say what's up to people there, that's a problem. What I always did when I had trouble networking, I'll tell a short story. I went to this event in 2000. It was 2010. I had just moved to South Florida. And I went to this event. I didn't have enough money to go, and my dad had come down to visit me, and I was like, we should go to this event. So we came down and we went to this event. He bought me the ticket. Me and my dad went. We just started circulating, and I'll never forget. I was at the Versace mansion in Miami. It was like 10 o'clock at night, and I was just looking around for people that weren't talking to other people. The easiest thing to do at an event when you want to network with people is find the guy that's not talking to a person. Find the gal that's not talking to a person. Find the person that's on their phone. If they're at a networking event and they're on their phone, 99% of the time that's a social defense mechanism to prevent them from having to go and open a conversation. They're like, oh, let me pretend I have an email to read or whatever. So I saw a guy standing at a cocktail table with his looking at his phone. So I walked up to him and I was like, what's good, dude? How are you? This was in 2010. 2022, 12 years later, I'm still friends with that guy. I communicate with him regularly. I talk to him probably at least every month and a half. I've been to his house, hung out with him a number of different times. And we actually have a little business venture that we work on together on occasion. We make money together to this day. So find the guy that's not talking to anyone and go talk to them. Just walk up to him and be like, what's up? I'm fucking Joey. Very simple. And I know that it is intimidating for most people, but that is the best solution that's ever worked for me. Find the person that's not talking to someone. That's it. Because there's always someone. And the other thing that I usually would do is like go and get in a line for a drink or something. Go to the bar or go to wherever is the place that people are congregating and be standing in the same place as a person for a minute. And then use that because you're not just like rolling up on them. Somebody said coffee. What? I like to ask if they like tuna fish. What the fuck? I don't even know what that means. Clever, bro. Good suggestions. Yes. Instead of it making it rain singles, I don't even know. The chat is like on a whole nother level. Somebody says it looks like I'm drinking coffee. No, I'm drinking water. I don't think I've ever drank coffee on here unless it's during the day. Anyways, your content is awesome. Thank you so much. People standing in the corner at a networking event are probably nervous as well. Yeah, exactly. Were you this involved in providing the truth to people before 2020? Uh, I tried to do it. I try I tried to talk to people about it, and I talked with my friends about it, but it's a very socially isolating perspective to have in most social situations. Being the person that's like, did you guys know that there's like a super secret financial cabal of international banksters that like basically want to destroy the world and ensure that they'll remain rich forever. Every single politician in the entire planet is, for the most part, is bought and paid for by intertwined financial interests that run the pharmaceutical companies, the media companies, the banking, all the banking institutions, all the real estate companies, all the big major investment houses and conglomerates like BlackRock and all the rest. Companies like BlackRock have a small percentage of basically every single massive Wall Street conglomerate, and they have a say, essentially, whether financially or through their other connections, to basically hold court over those companies, even if they don't have all the financial interest in them. All their people are totally intertwined and interconnected and corrupt in a variety of different ways that allow them to skirt around the law. Yeah, you can't just like bust that out at a party and without people being like, nope. So yeah, it's kind of crazy. So yeah, I mean, I've been trying to tell people for a really long time, but it gets to a point where you just have to use it to preserve your own interests, do the best that you can to shine light on it to people that are willing to look towards the light and distribute the truth. Sean says I'm banned from Thanksgiving. So I've heard people talk about this a lot, and I think it's made a huge difference in my life. For all the friends that I've lost, I've gained so many better ones. People don't realize how much mental space is occupied by the people that you hang around with the most. And it's like, when you lose a friend, you don't just have no friends. You find a new friend to replace that, and ultimately allows you to level up and find better, higher quality friends that actually care about you other than people that just know you. It's a really interesting lesson that comes the hard way, like most good things do. Bushwhacker says, I brought these things up to the guy I was dating in 2020. He told me I should get checked for schizophrenia. Yeah, that's a simp mentality. It's like such a stupid way to just like, oh, you should get checked. It's like, what are you doing? They're just like, BRB, I'm gonna go play Halo for 4 hours. It's like, okay. I do find it so amazing how many dudes are just like completely checked out of this. It's like, yo, I was just curious if you guys remembered that we're supposed to be the protectors, you fucking goon. It's like, I don't have kids. I'm like constantly paying attention to what's happening to these kids. It's like, I'm a human male. I care what happens to females in sports, especially as well. I care about what happens to them. I'm not gay, lesbian, bi, and I care about all of those people. And it's like, it's just very sad that people are like, oh, let me check out. Like, I'm just gonna like play Halo and like get drinks with Du Bois and bet on basketball. It's like, all right. I mean, I get it. Do your own thing. We all gotta live our life. But it just seems so weird to me that people that otherwise would have the ability to see the truth and have time that they could invest into being productive in this way just don't. But I guess that's just the way of the world. Somebody says, you changed my opinion and I appreciate your voice. I like the idea of being comfortable acknowledging that I was wrong. It's okay to flip your view if you do due diligence. Yeah, you're welcome. She said, thank you. Yeah. And like, look, I used to be very, I don't even know the right word. I'm going to answer this next question. I used to be very, very hesitant. Like, I'm a loyalist, right? I'm going to be friends with somebody for life. This is my friend. I've known them forever. That's something that Jerry would do, you know? And I think that we oftentimes don't realize that how we think of other people as friends is not necessarily how they think of us as friends. The things that we would do are not necessarily the things that they would do for us. And I think it's really important to remember that, you know, the way that you act isn't necessarily the way that everybody else acts. And it's important to understand that you don't realize how much other people are out there hitting until you get around people that are hitting that encourage you to do better. I can't tell you how many of my friends that I've had over the course of my life have just not even a single time ever tried to encourage me to do better ever. They've never been like, you should really go for that, or you should really try that, or anything. No one ever did that for me. Very, very rarely. And I do that for almost every single person that I know. I'm like, how do we get you to do better? How do we do like the first go-to, the thing that I tell everybody first is I'm like, what's your credit score? Go fix your credit score. It's like the most simple and basic piece of wisdom that a person that knows can give to another person. It's like, open up a credit card, get your credit score fixed, and like get an accountant. These have been some of the most crucial things that I've ever done. Really, really key. So somebody said earlier, and I stopped the comments to stop this question. Search Ma the Explorer said, how to go after your dream life if you are not financially ready for it? Is it scarcity to stay where you feel you're not growing? You want to know the truth? Number one, you'll never be financially ready for it. There's never the perfect conditions. Andy Frisella talks about this often, where he's like, everybody thinks that there'll be perfect conditions, perfect weather for them to go after it. That will never happen. You'll never be financially ready for it. The best thing, somebody said, how to get an accountant or financial advisor. Come on, man. How to get an accountant? Go on Google and type in accountant. What the fuck, man? I'm sorry, but dude, what do you mean how to get an accountant? You go on Google, you look up accountants, you call accountants, say, hey, I'm this guy. I need an accountant. Like, what the fuck are we talking? How do I get a barber? Google barber. I don't know. What up, scummer? So, look, I think that we have this illusion of having the finances to do something. And I'll tell you this, for the longest time, I gave myself the ability I dismissed my lack of progress to not having money. And I would say, if I only had $10,000, if I only had X, if I only had the money to do this, then I would do it. Then my business would grow. Then my business would take off. Then I'd be able to get the clients that I want. Then all this stuff that I want to happen would happen. And I always dismissed my own personal responsibility of making it happen to the idea that I didn't have the finances for it. And that was the reason that it wasn't happening for me. Okay. And what I realized later is that it's an excuse. It's a lie that we tell ourselves to convince us that it's not our fault. We shift the blame of our lack of progress to our non-access to money. Because I'll tell you what, for the first 8 years of business, I had no access to money, almost no access to money. When I finally got access to money, I second mortgaged my house to get it. And it was it was a lesson because of how quickly I ripped through it. I thought that if I only had the money, it would be the solution. Here's the problem. When you have a lot of money, you are not as resourceful. You're not as resourceful. You are as scrappy. Jared, you keep asking if I'm live. I said earlier I'm live. It's 12:21 on 3/31/2022. I'm live. It says live, literally. So, I just think that we need to, Jared, comment not live again on Facebook. I'm just going to block you from the chat, dude. What are you doing? Not being financially ready. All right, bro. Peace, Jared, and you're blocked. Don't care. So anyways, you're never going to be financially ready. The lesson is that is an excuse that you're telling yourself. It's a roadblock that you're creating to prevent you from having a better life. That's the reality of it. So you are financially ready. If you're not financially, I'm not saying quit your job. I'm saying get a side hustle, work in the 3 or 4 hours, Work in the 3 or 4 hours you have off every day and create a side hustle. Somebody said managing money responsibly is key. Yes. The answer to how do I get an accountant would have been way better on the Echo microphone. Yeah, I agree. Look, I'm not trying to be mean. It's just like, guys, if you ask a question like that, if you ask an easily answerable question like that, you're not really asking the question. You're just giving yourself an excuse to dismiss your inability to solve a basic problem. Like, how do I figure out what time it is? It's like, you know how I got an accountant? I Googled accountants. I talked to the one that was on the phone with me. And I was like, hey, could you be my accountant? And he's still my accountant years later. It's been like 8 years. And I feel like I'm too small because his firm's gotten a lot bigger. He's got a lot of employees, and maybe I'm too small for him now. If I need a new accountant, I'll just look up accountant, or I'll just ask people around me, hey, do you have a good accountant? Boom, there's an accountant. I don't know. I wouldn't want to have an accountant that is a friend of mine because they know all of your financial details. I'd rather have somebody that's separated from you and keep it as a completely business relationship. So just something to keep in mind. They know everything you got. Like, my accountant does my business taxes as well as my personal tax. He like knows every dollar that I have, which I don't really care, but it's like, you don't necessarily want that to be like your boy. Maybe depends on how you look at it, but I was like, nah. Thank you, Allison. Allison said thanks for the videos. Love them. To get a good accountant, do research. Yeah, exactly. Hold on a second. Thank you, Sharif, for the Venmo, by the way. I appreciate it. Thank you, Melissa. Melissa said, missed most of this. You're the man, though. Thanks, Melissa. This will exist on the Instagram, on my Instagram, as well as on my Facebook and my YouTube forever. So you can watch it back. It won't go anywhere. Somebody said, how's the dog? He's good. He's just really old. Matt said, your content makes my day. Thank you so much. Jane said, you're so calm tonight. Yeah, I played in a kickball game. It's 12:30. I don't know. It's kind of, I mean, it's not late, but it certainly isn't early. Loving the background beats, by the way. Yeah, thank you. Nora and Pierre are my favorite. It keeps stopping playing. I would play it louder, but my shit gets flagged. Somebody said, I loved your video today about politicians having our best interest at heart. Yeah. I laughed so hard at the Perlman video. I think I peed a little. That's hilarious. Yo, Perlman is gone. Perlman is lightarily clueless. Do I have a Spotify playlist? No, but I have actually thought about putting one together, but it just hasn't been a high priority, but I have thought about it. Yeah, Chooks is right. Trial and error. No one knows everything. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. I agree. Somebody said Roth IRA if we were sharing financial tips. Yeah, I mean, I have a traditional IRA, but yeah, that is one way of going about it. AC Matthews says, "Yo, Bobby, is this your full-time gig now, or do you still work a normal job?" No, I have not worked a traditional 9 to 5 job for 13 years. I was an independent web developer, entrepreneur. Started a web development company when I was 18. Finally, was able to start doing it full time when I was 23. I think my last real full time job was when I was 22. I moved to Florida uh, 12 years ago, and I have never had a job since I've been in Florida. So I was a web developer. This is my full time job. I do have a number of internet investments that I spend a fair amount of time on, probably about 15% of my time, and then the rest of my time I spend on this. So no, I don't have a full time job. This is it, but I do have to maintain my website investments. So that probably takes up about 30 to 40% of my time, and then the rest of the 60% is spent on this. Someone said my goal this year was to find the middle of America. Awesome. Why is Joe Rogan talking about leaving Spotify? I have no idea. Moving to Florida. There you go. Yeah, get out of California. Move to southeastern Florida. Everywhere from Jupiter to Fort Lauderdale is awesome. West Palm is cool. Boca is cool. Delray is beautiful. I'm a Fort Lauderdale person. Somebody said, "Do you think there's a special military operation to take down the elite?" No. I mean, maybe, but no. Probably not. Although some guy at this meeting I went to the other day was like, he was like, the White House is empty. Joe is a CGI clone. The Capitol's empty. The military's in charge. And then I tuned out because it was like wah wah, and it was like something along the lines of like Donnie is running an underground railroad in a pineapple under the sea, and it's a super secret special military operation. Look up this arbitrary thing. He's like, look up the 47th Western Virginia Airborne, whatever the fuck, and I'm like, all right, dude. I guess, but literally no. Boca, West Palm, Davie. Definitely don't fucking move to Davie. That's a horrible idea. Do not move to Davie. I highly recommend that you move east of 95. If you move, dude, Amber, do not move to Davie. Davie is a bag of rice. Move to Boca or West Palm. Boca is very nice. West Palm is very nice too. I mean, I personally like the ability to go to Miami. I like to be close to that. So I like Fort Lauderdale a lot, but definitely do not move to Davie. That's horrible. You got to be east of 95 100% of the time, no question. Somebody's like, move to Hialeah. Yeah, move to Hialeah if you want to be on the next season of Cops. No offense to people that live in Hialeah. Yeah, Naples is nice. It's the West Coast. It's a little bit older. St. Pete is too Sleepyville, USA. I'm not like a big Tampa fan. Like Tampa's all right, but it's kind of like, who cares? I don't know. I like South Florida a lot more. St. Pete is nice. Don't get me wrong. It's just not my. It's just not my cup of cheese. Yeah, West Palm is really nice. Honestly, if I could see myself living in West Palm is really nice. I like West Palm a lot. My only beef with West Palm is it's too far from Miami. So if I want to go to like a Miami Heat game, it's fucking 2 hours. It's a 2.5 hour drive. I could take an Uber from my house to a Heat game and get there within the hour. That's pretty cool. I like that. I really love Fort Lauderdale. It's such a great juxtaposition to all points South Florida, including Naples. Yeah, Naples is nice. California is insane though. Destin is farther north. I don't know. I've never been there, but it's like it's like a normal beach town. Jen Psaki is trash. I have no idea. The Bronx is moving to Florida in droves. Yeah, exactly. Because people want to be here. What about Panama City Beach? No thanks. The Panhandle is not ideal, in my opinion. Like I said, South Florida. If I was going to live in the Panhandle, I feel like you might as well live in Georgia. I don't know. What do I know about Florida? I don't know. These are just my opinions. I don't know. I'm not a fan of PCB personally. Somebody said fentanyl is really bad down there. My cousin Josh smoked it and died. Yikes. I can't imagine somebody putting fentanyl in weed. That's weird. But yeah, I mean, that's not good. What's his tits? John Oliver did a bit on Sunday night on his show about fentanyl. And he was talking about it as a way of encouraging us to support safe injection sites. And it's like, bro, aren't you going to mention the border, you psycho? Sarah said, have you been to Scottsdale? Yes, I have been to Scottsdale. It's pretty wild. I was only there for a little bit. Yeah, there's a lot of places that are nice in Florida. It just depends what you want. Like I wanted to be near, great restaurants and skyscrapers and rooftop bars and music and fun and exciting things. I wanted to be close enough to Miami that I could go down there and rip and then take an Uber home for $50. So Fort Lauderdale made sense for me. Excuse me. Have I been to Austin, Texas? Yes. Many times I've been to Austin. Probably like 7 or 8 times. I went for South by Southwest. I had a friend that lived there. I stayed there for like a week one time. Both my kids live in Miami, are realtors. They say it's booming so fast, it's busting out of the seams. Yeah, I mean, it is growing very fast. Yes, that's correct. But, I mean, I don't live in Miami. I just go there to rage, and then I leave. Is there a good place in Florida that has more land farming? Florida is mostly land and farming, honestly. Only the beaches are where any stuff is, other than Orlando, which I don't like. I do not like Orlando at all. But like Central Florida is mostly farmland and stuff. Have I been to California? Yeah. I've been to probably 40 US states, 43, 42. The only states I haven't been to are like Nebraska, South Dakota, North Dakota, Kentucky. I don't think I've been to Kentucky. And like middle states. I've been to Idaho. I don't know that maybe I haven't been to Idaho. I have been to Arkansas though. Somebody said, what festival am I going to next? I don't know, but there's a really cool festival. There's a really cool festival in May in Orlando. I've been thinking about going to that one. I forget what it's called. I don't know. It's like a house and techno festival in Orlando. It's called like Space 83. I don't even remember. I have not been to Wisconsin, and I have not been to Iowa. Have I been to Rhode Island? Yes. Many, 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 many times. Am I going to FitCon? I'm not going to the FitCon that's coming up in a couple days, but I am going to the FitCon in Florida probably. Somebody said EDC. I went to EDC Vegas last year. I was going to go this year, but I'm actually doing a stand-up comedy that same week. So I decided I can't go. Tortuga Fest in Fort Lauderdale is pretty dope. Oh yeah, Tortuga's next weekend. Yeah, I'll be at Tortuga. I'll go over there for that. It's like right down the street from my house. So I'll be at that. I'll be at Tortuga. The one in Salt Lake City next month. No, I went to Salt Lake. I went to Salt Lake probably like 4 times in the last 6-7 months. So I'm not going to go to that this time, but next time I will. You are the funniest. Thanks, Nikki. Appreciate it. I've been on here for an hour and 15 minutes. I'll go for like another 5 minutes, and then I'm gonna run. I gotta put on my best. Dave Grutman made Miami's nightlife. Yeah. Have I ever been to Ireland? No. Am I going out on a comedy tour? Not yet. What's up, Ryan Big Ray? Dog is good. Megan, what are you talking about? You want to take Emery to Tortuga? I'll be there probably on Sunday. That's my plan, Sunday. How's the festival I went to? Look great. Ultra. Yeah, it's a good time. Hey, Bobby, are you coming to Canada? No, I can't go to Canada because I don't have the juice. I went to Montreal right before everything got stupid. Oh, you want to take her to FitCon? Oh. So the stand-up is on May. I'll tell I haven't been able to release the details yet, but it's May 25th. It's on the east coast of Florida in Port Charlotte on May 25th. I will announce it. I will be announcing it formally soon. Sean said, eat a carton of eggs or have Kamala serve 4 years. I would eat a carton of eggs. I like eggs. I just don't think that I just don't really like them. Like, I think they're okay. Like, I would eat one. Like, I eat them sometimes. I just don't think that they're very good. I think they're wet chicken plasma. And they should be outlawed. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, the world is trash. Will you be going back to veterans workout? Yeah, probably. I would assume that I will be there for that. Yeah, that was a good time. It was so hot, but I'm sure I'll go up there for that. Make it my annual tour. Maybe take an OG sauce. Yeah, I'll tell you some more about the comedy show. I gotta get that finalized so I can give people enough of a heads up. But Kamala is trash. Yeah, agreed. Yeah, October 1st. Yeah, that's a good time. That's a good time to be in New Jersey. I'll probably go for that again, just because people were cool there and whatever. Next time I do a live, I'll come on with like some more prepared stuff. I just figured like I hadn't been on in a minute, and I was like, I want to jump on a live. It's been a while, so I wanted to come on and jam and chat with everybody, even though it was late. But I figured I would come on and go for it. Hi to Australia from Ireland. That's what's up. Yo, all right. I'm gonna leave and go take a walk with the vest. Yeah, you and Guy Fieri are on the same page hating eggs. Yeah, I love that. Megan, it's called Port Charlotte, Florida. May 25th. Hunter's Lab. Yeah. If a reminder, if you're on Instagram and you don't follow me, hit that arrow right there. YouTube, Facebook, Twitch. Appreciate you. Thanks for being here, guys. I love it. I love it so much. Thanks for the support. Much love. I will see you tomorrow. Thank you guys for being here. Instagram people. Thanks for your attention. Glad to